Jingle bells and fa la la, and welcome to the Boozy Cinnamon Roll. My name is Judson, and today we're going to be doing some day drinking and crafting. Today's craft is a retro rocket ship ornament, and today's drink is ginger ale and the McGillicuddy's apple pie liqueur. So let's get to crafting. All right, so let me show you where the inspiration came from. We did this with the kids as kind of a project, and got the shapes and then like just colored them with markers. And this is, you know, what my version looked like. And then I got to thinking, like, what if, so I ordered more of these, Oriental Trading Company, I think is where I got them, and have been kind of going at them with the paint. I'm trying to cover up my mishap from before, but this one is a work in progress. But basically what I did, got the blanks here, and they come with a stand like this. And basically what you do is you slide the stand in to the base, and then they stand up. And what I was thinking was that we could do, just hang them on a tree, attach a string at the top and hang them on a tree. And I am toying with the idea of putting like a starburst, like a rocket blast off starburst here at the bottom, but I haven't quite worked all the pieces out on that, but we'll see. But so for starters, basically just take the base, make sure if there are any stickers, like this is printed in, I don't know if you can see it. This part is printed in, but there was a sticker over here that I had to kind of scrape off. But start with the base, paint on both sides. And what I did was I took a little bit of the, where are my paintbrushes here? Okay, I took a little bit of the white chalk paint because I don't want to do layers and layers of white acrylic paint. I just wanted to go quick and easy. And then I just painted like half of one side of the rocket. You can kind of see, well, I'll show you when I finish here. Just kind of painted it, just half of it, so that I can do pinstripes with tape. Like so. You can kind of see with the wet paint. And then you're gonna let it dry. And since I'm the king of the swap out, I've got this one, which I've already done. You can kind of see it just has that one section there with the white. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some washi tape. I've got wide and narrow, and just put the washi tape. What I'm doing is vertical stripes on the white part, and then we're going to paint over it, and then when you peel the white off, then you'll have like little white stripes. So I'm just going to put the washi tape down, press firmly, and then adjust it because I didn't like how that came out. And then I'm gonna take the narrow washi tape and add some of that. And we're gonna stop and put on my glasses, because although I can see you wonderfully, can't see what I'm doing up close at all. Here we go. All right, so then just use the skinny washi tape to add the other stripes. And I'm hoping that I can get 3, so it'll be 2 stripes, but 3 pieces of tape, which will give me 3 stripes. I'm math challenged. I am putting 3 pieces of washi tape. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. And then my hope is, or not my hope, but after we paint it and peel the tape off, we'll have 2 white stripes is what I'm going for. And then I wanted to show you this is kind of what it looks like. One of them. Of course, now with the glasses, I can't tell at what point. There we go. So you can see 2 white stripes from the washi tape. So got the washi tape down. And then what I'm going to do is use a little bit of glue or Mod Podge. Mod Podge probably would work better, but glue is what I happen to have on hand. And just put a thin layer over the tape to kind of hold it in place. The washi tape on its own may work just fine as far as sticking to the paint to the white paint and keep it in place while we put the other paint over it. However, my washi tape is old. This is washi tape that I bought at the same time that I bought the glue for the year 1 videos. I think we did, like Christmas crackers. I stuffed them with the toilet paper roll, stuffed it with candy, and then you pull the ends and the candy fell out. Anyway, so here's what we got thus far. Bum, bum, bum. And then the next step is pretty much what you'd imagine. You take your paint and you paint over it. I'm gonna go with this spring green, since I have a lot of it. Just shake it up. Let's see if I can get just a little bit in the cap. I keep seeing y'all with the little acrylic or plastic paint palettes to put your paint in, and I think, oh, I need one of those, and then I think, oh, I really don't need to be spending any more money on any crafty anything. And it's not even the money, I don't have this, like, this room is to the bursting point with craft stuff. So yeah, don't buy anything. All right, so spring green, because we've got it, and because I've already done the others are kind of a blue. And this is kind of a retro-y green. And then basically I'm just putting a layer of the spring green over the rocket, kind of being careful over the washi tape that I'm going up and down and not, side to side. I'm trying to not get it under the washi tape. And then maybe a little bit more. Some of these with the acrylic paint, I wind up having to give it a second coat. So here we go. Paint, paint, paint. So a lot of the ornaments that people refer to as like retro, that period sort of originates like in the 50s with the sort of like mid-century modern, whatever, like rockets were very, a part of that with the whole space race and all of that. So see, one coat. I probably want to put a second coat on this because I can see some of the wood coming through, which if that works for you, super. It's not what I want. And then I have made a decision on the backs that I will just paint them a solid color. Once everything is dry, I'm not going to worry about the stripes on the backs. So let's set this one aside to dry. And then paint the bases too. I've just got a couple here. They're just in the front, haven't done the back, but just if you do want to stand them up. Also, I had an idea that you could use instead of using them as the base, you could put them together like so, and then use them and then put like an oversized Christmas ball on the top and kind of, put a Christmas ball on there. I don't know. It's an idea. It's a work in process. So we'll see how that works out. All right. So, and then let's look at this one. This is one, I painted it blue. And this is kind of a mashup of the, it's loud here. I hope that y'all cannot hear that. There's video gaming going on in the other room. This is kind of a mix of the Mediterranean blue and the Bahama blue, because I had a little bit of the Bahama blue left on the paper that I was using as a palette here, and so then I just put this on top and mix it in. So that's what we've got here, and then we painted over the stripe, and then now I'm just going to peel the stripe off, or peel the washi tape off. Bum, bum, bum. There you go. You got the single stripe. And then to kind of fancy it up, well, two things. The first is, it looks like I do need to touch up a little bit of the blue, and then figure out what we're gonna do. Oh, and some of the white too, because it looks like a little bit of the white. You can see it peeled off at the top, and you can see yellow, maybe from the back of the tape. So maybe don't leave the tape on there for very long. Normally I just peel it right off after I'm done with the paint, but I wanted to, since I did this ahead and I wanted to have it for the whole reveal, I didn't. So let me put some white here. Just touch that up a little with some white. Also, the rocket ship thing, I had a whole thought, a whole plan. I don't know about anyone else, but my family saw the Fantastic Four movie this summer. And, you know, it's a movie. It was entertaining. Let's say this. It was entertaining. We really enjoyed it. Is it the best Fantastic Four movie? I don't know. Is it the best Marvel movie? Hard to say. But we enjoyed it as a movie, and liked the story, and really liked the aesthetic, sort of that 60 or late 50s, 60s mod kind of vibe. And I had the idea when I saw the movie that, you know, that could be impetus, an inspiration for people to embrace that sort of aesthetic for this Christmas. I am not seeing a lot of that. Everyone's hopping on board with the Ralph Lauren. Nothing against Ralph, but anyway. So that was kind of a thought I had that influenced the rocket, and certainly influenced the choice of the blues. So in touching up, I mean, I just told y'all that I did a combo with the two paints, and then I touch it up with just the one paint, and yeah, it you can totally tell that it was a combo with the two paints. So good job, Judd. All right, paint. Okay, here we go. So fix that, but let's let this one dry, and let's go with one that's already dry, but I am not going to want to turn around and redo. So this one is the Bahama blue with the white stripes. And now what I want to do is wipe up the paint that's on the mat that's still wet, so I don't get that. I want to do like a little, this is a fine point, let's try this, like a little starburst. So let's see if I can get this to come out. If I can't get it to come out with the paint, then, you know, I might switch to a Sharpie for the next one. We'll see. When in doubt, go with the Sharpie. That's sort of my go-to this year. Okay. All right, not exactly what I was going for, but not entirely unlike what I was going for. So you got the little starburst there. Very, you know, sort of retro, very MCM, very Fantastic Four, if that's your vibe. Yeah, I don't hate it. I kind of like it. So, and then the next step, well, I mean, obviously the next step, do the back. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna pretend that I've already done the back. To make them be something that you could hang from the tree, what I thought that we could do is use one of those wood beads and some twine to hang it at the top. So I've just got my twine and this one. Yeah, this one will do. Just grab some blue and white twine because it goes with matches the vibe. Cut that. And then put a knot in it. I have the door shut and they are two rooms away and you can still hear them gaming, which honestly makes me happy. Anytime my sons are around and having fun, it's a good time. All right, cut this. So you got a little loop, and then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the loop. Stick that in to the, here we go. Stick that into the wood bead. And I'm going to, I don't even know if you can see any of this. Here, trim that a little bit. All right, so you've got the loop stuck in the top of the bead and so much hot glue strings. So like this. And then what I'm gonna do is just fill in the rest of, so you can see the opening, I hope. Fill that in with hot glue and then just attach it at the top here like this. And hopefully that will be enough hot glue to make it last. And of course I've run out of hot glue sticks. Hold on just a minute. So y'all, this video, I got it all set up and ready to go and realized that I did not like the blue paper on the blue paper that was on the table because it detracted from the blue that we're using here. It's pretty much the same blue, and also it was starting to get kind of funky with the I had my notes from the foible stars, and there was paint and there was glue, and it was kind of like sticky to maneuver. So I covered it up with the tablecloth, but I'd already set everything up. So then I took everything off, covered it up with this crafting tablecloth, and then got everything ready to go, or I thought everything was ready to go, did all of the steps so that I could have them done to swap out for you on camera, and realized that my phone was missing. Could not record without my phone. And it wasn't really missing. My son stuck it, anyway. It left with him, and then when it came back with him, here we are. But it's also why you didn't see any ice in my drink. There was ice in my drink, and I had poured the drink, and I set it and waited, and it totally melted. It's still not terrible. All right, so here we go. I've got the glue, the bead. What do you think? Kind of I mean, it's certainly not a traditional Christmas, but certainly meets the whole retro, mid-century modern vibe. So I kind of like it. Let me know what you think. So if you're new to the channel, like I said, my name's Judson. We are doing day drinking and crafting, and my goal is 25 days of holiday crafts over this season. So if you like what you saw, give it a follow, give it a like, share it with your friends. Come back for more. If you didn't like it, you can give me a downvote and then let me know what you didn't like. That's okay. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you waiting until the end here, and I hope that you're having a wonderful holiday season. Thank you, and good night.